roll down, roll down, roll down, roll down, roll down. Oh my goodness. Take a full body stretch and wake this body up. We're gonna take the feet long, the toes long, fingers long, breathe in. Whew. And then you're gonna be coming up to your feet. Your feet are on the floor, your back's on the floor. Now, if you care to use your roller, you can. Mine just tried to get away from me. And you can do some bridging either way. Your feet can be on the floor, or your feet can be on an arc, a foam roller, a tool. So your intention is to wake up your glutes and your hamstrings. Keep the hips level with each other, and then your low back, you're articulating. Now we're going to link that breath with movement so that you're breathing when you're moving and not holding the breath. Wake up the back. Wake up the hamstrings and the glutes. Breathe in. Enjoy. And take 2 more. Breathe in. Now the next time that you're in your bridge, you can stay here. We're going to take 10 little pulses with about a 1 to 2 inch range of motion at the top. Inhale. Now we're just going to stay and hold. If you care to add on, your hands can go underneath you or over your head like a field goal post, your choice. Breathe in. Open up the belly with your breathing, the ribs. Now release your hands and begin lowering your spine down. Now once it's down, you can push the legs a little longer so there's actually a soft knee as opposed to a really flexed knee. Now get ready. You're still on your prop, your calf or your ankle, and you're lifting up your hips. As you lower, you're not just plopping to the ground, you're controlling the lower. So feel your hamstrings and feel your glutes. You're trying to keep your hips level as you do this different angle in your knee. So your hamstrings should feel this, but just a little differently than when we are in a 90-degree bend. All right, 3 more, 2 more. Now you're going to hold up and you're going to stay 10. Inhale and lower back down. Now the right leg's going to come up. You can leave your left leg on the arc the arc of the floor, the foam roller or the floor. Your top leg's going to start waking up some circles. Inhale. 5, 6, breathe. 7, 8, 9. Now we are going to take it the other way. Think about mobility, length through that knee. Bigger circle for a bigger range of motion. Inhaling. Leave the leg up and stretch out that hamstring. You can stretch out the ankle. You can also notice what you did this weekend when you start waking up these joints and flexibility. You can feel if your ankles are tight. Now we're pointing and flexing. Hamstring, knee. Breathe in. Now exhale and switch it up. So one leg's down. It could be on the roller. It could be on the floor. You're going to draw a circle very large with that leg. 2, breathe in. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we are going to go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good, you're doing great. The other leg's pouring down. And on the 10th one, place your hands behind that leg. Sometimes you can tell right away, is one leg a little tighter than the other? Nice, Cole. You can point and flex. You can ankle roll and see if it feels a little bit better in your ankles already. Pull the toes forward and back. can stretch your toes out. I've got my correct toes in, whatever, something to give attention to your toes. Now we are going to be adding on. So let me show you. The move could be to stay here in your hamstring stretch or lift up your shoulders and lift up your leg so it's a little bit off. 10. Hold. Lift up a tiny bit more, Betty, I think, just a tiny bit. Yep, there you go. All right, get ready, other leg and hold. Now you could take a break between if you want. I thought we'd just stay up here and challenge. Good, Michelle, that height looks good. Stretch through that hammy. Good. Stretch. Breathe. And relax both hands to your feet. Now this is happy baby. And your feet, you're pulling down your knees. Your knees are wider than your hips. We're going to touch the rotation while we're here. So let your feet be on a table. And let me show you a modification, crisscross. If you care to add on, rotate your torso towards that opposite knee. Your shoulder blades are off the mat. Belly in. And pull the toes back. Breathe in. And then let go, your head's down for a moment and rock a little bit. And I'll show you another one. This is single straight leg stretch. Now abdominals, let me show you the modification. A little leg movement like a pair of scissors. If you care to add on, lift up and then switch legs. Good, lift and switch. Now if you care to add on, pull your toes back. A modification for your neck would be to put your hands behind your head. So just try 4 more here, 3 more, 2, ooh, love it, 1. Now this time when you take a stretch, your hands come to your feet and your knees are wider. Ooh, I feel those today. Pectineus muscles, the inner thigh, bound angle. Keep your feet really close to your belly button if you can. That's the stretch, elbows wide. Breathe, relax all tension as you exhale. Ooh, that one feels great today. So you can tell what you did over the weekend. You can tell what movements create different sorenesses. Now we're putting those moves together. So the first part is a little scissor. That's your modification. You can feel your abs have to be toned here. The second part is hands behind your head. Add a rotation, and you know you can make the scissor part bigger. Ah, great. Rotate, rotate, and rotate. Toes back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right ankle to left thigh. Take a little hip opener, or if you're tight, it'll feel like a big hip opener. So we're just rocking a little bit. We're letting breath in, letting blood flow in this hip. 5, 4. All right, inhale. Let that other side come, ankle to thigh. Reach your hands through. Five, 4, 3, 2. Inhale, looking good, guys, and exhale. Now I'm going to have us pop up and take a sip, and then we're going to do some belly downs. Really good job. Take a sip, and we're going to do some belly down thoracic extensions. All right, good job. And we'll be doing frequent sips, and if you need one before I cue it, please do. Now the arms, sometimes when the weather changes, it feels like it's easier to forget to drink because it's a little cooler. So we'll do it together. Arms long, pinky down, breathe in and lift. So all that at the same time. I'm going to come back down. Now inhale, lift up. Good. All right, at first you might feel like you need a warm up. And you might need to ease into it. So just depending on your body today. So you might go higher now. All right, breathe in. And just a reminder, if you ever feel any tightness in your low back when you do this, or your SI joint, you can internally rotate your legs and that opens up the SI joint. If you're feeling really unstable, then you can turn your toes out. But generally the Most people prefer that toe in or neutral for their femurs. Okay, stay up and about 10 counts here. 1. Now lower. We're going to do that again. Come up. 10. And lower. Let's do that one more time. Here we go. Up. And then lower. Now I'm going to offer a windshield wipe, but if you need another type of reprieve like child pose, please take it. Without the foam roller this time, you're going to do some breaststroke. So that's out of your way. Swim your arms around. Swim your arms around. 3. So big old circle. Add the legs fluttering if you care to. Okay, now the next one is to bend 1 or 2 knees and your hands go to your foot or feet. Come up and breathe. Good. Dhanurasana. Good, Michelle. That was it. Hold. And you look good to me, Karen. If you're doing one leg, just make sure the low back's not turned to that side or flexing. That's all. Just keep that distance from the rib to hip the same. Lower, we're going to do it again, or the other leg. Here we come. Hold on to the foot or the feet and up. And then come on to a child pose that serves you. Push back. I'm also going to be offering a toe under option, so your foot gets a little stretch. And then we're going to be going into a cat-cow flexion extension. I'm going to take this off so you can see some form. Flexion extension and cat-cow. If the knees feel sensitive here, one easy thing you can do is place another mat underneath your knees. Glide the back, glide the shoulder blades. Now we're going to go into neutral with your back and take a big circle with your hips, about 5 each way. This should feel really good on your low back. Keeping that mobility. Yeah, breathe. And then if you care to add on, you can curl your toes. And we're going to take 3 down dog, up dog articulations. Woo! Lift your heels, push through your low back, push through your middle and upper back. And then open your heart, then tuck your chin. And 2. Now, if you need to, you can do cat-cow instead. Good. Love it. And up. Inhale. And then exhale. All right, hold your down dog. 5, we're going to stretch out those calves. 4, 3, 2. Now lower your knees down and watch this. Your right arm's going to go underneath your body. This is called thread the needle. Put your right side of your shoulder and your right head down. Your left arm opens up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Leave the top arm up for a moment. Now you're going to bend that top elbow. And your right hand might find your right thigh. Open up that shoulder. Now lift your left arm. Place it on the floor. Push up. Take your left arm underneath. Now your right arm goes up. Yeah, big, 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 like someone's pulling it. Bend that elbow in the air. Keeping your waist long, your arm comes up, big stretch. Hand pushes you back. And just for a moment, child pose to neutralize everything. and then come up to your whatever you need to do to grab a sip. So I'm just going to stay kneeling and grab a sip. Good job, guys. Okay, if you can, put your right foot next to you. I'm going to take a look at the class and see. So can you see if this works out? You see how I have one foot on the floor and then lean forward. Okay? Happy baby is a modification if any of these don't feel good. I like what I see, and if you want to, shift a little left and right. Notice how you can feel the inner lower leg on the stretch and the inner outer leg. Inner lower, the outer lower leg. There you go. Just shift. 5, 4. Yes, I can feel my inner soleus and calf are tighter. Okay, before you do the other one actually, put your knees down, move your ankle. Feel how much freer that is. Isn't that lovely? All right, left foot comes on the floor and lean forward. Your body weight can be on that. Woo, now the left leg's tighter for me. And if you want to, add a little left to right. Good, that's it. Shift it back. Good, Cole. Running, hiking, birding, all these things. Horseback riding, I imagine. I think it's good for everything, huh? All right, shift, right, left, 5, 4. The ankle mobility is definitely good for back care. Can you feel that one? If one side's ever tighter than the other, you are welcome to either revisit the tight side or stay there. Now we're going to come out. I just want you to wiggle the ankles, and then one more stretch, and then we'll get back to work. We're going to go into the squat. So it's like you're in New Guinea sitting on the side of a stream catching fish. This is what the men do. You can see they're like 100 years old and they're still doing this in New Guinea. So hold this and feel your low back. Now the modification would be happy baby. 5, 4, good, 3, 2. All right, let's have a seat and then grab a sip. Good job. I know if you want to stand up, go for it. I'm just going to grab a sip instead. All right, we're going to touch a little bit of this belly down. So this is all the upper back swans extensions. So on the inhale, you can use your foam roller or not. You will lift up without your hands, and then you will use the hands or the forearms. And then you're going to lower, and then you're going to lift your legs. Now lower your legs and lift your back. Lower, and then lift your legs. Now continue this upper body, lower body emphasis. Now, if you are just doing great here, leave it. If you want to add on, and it would look like you're up and you let go, and then you maybe do a few in a row. Inhale, and a wide knee child's pose when you're ready. So you're wide, your belly goes right down the middle. And we're going to go into some planks, and you can go on your forearms. I'm going to show a couple roller options. We'll go into a forearm plank with your shins on that roller. Hold for 10, 2. Last week we had 2 different Pilates classes without any planks. Those are on YouTube too if you ever need a class when you don't have, and you just don't have it in you for the planks, or you have an injury. Okay, now adding on to this, shift forward and back. So it's little, maybe an inch, forward, back, maybe 2 inches. Really good. Get ready, we're gonna come to the side, and you can take your side plank, lift up, hold, just hold static, 10. Good. Maybe lift your hip a little bit, Michelle. Yeah. All right, inhale. Lower your hip with care. Here we go to the other side. Move that, if you are using it, move that foam roller. Here we go. And come up, static. Inhale. Nice job. Lower down. Here we go. What about a backwards one? Reverse plank. If this doesn't serve you, you can do reverse table. 10. Nice. 5, 4. Okay, lower your hip for a minute and for a moment, and then just take bound angle. We're going to add on a possible tricep addition. I just want you to have a stretch. And if you want to stay here in this stretch, you sure can. We're going to be adding on 10 triceps. So you're going to put your hands behind you, your feet are on the floor, you lift up, you bend your elbows, and you straighten. Now, if you just need to do a reverse plank, you can. 3, 4, good. 5, that a girl. Karen, 6, nice. Cole, 7, that's hip extension. Nice glutes and hamstrings. 8, we're all lifting up anyway. And lower your hip, good. Now one arm forward, pull those fingers down and under. Shoulders are down, inhale. And then take the other one, so you're going to pull your fingers under. All right. All right, let's take one of the back extensions and then go inhale, up, lift your heart. 5, 4, and 3. Your goal is to open that spine. Exhale. And then roll down. All right, so we're going to take the foam roller as an option. Actually, grab another sip if you'd like. Take the foam roller as a possible add-on. And we're going to do 3 roll downs where you take your knee in. Now, you can modify by going halfway down. You can modify by doing bridge over your legs. Breathe. Good. Inhale. And exhale, good. Betty, that's really good. And 3. And then just to even it up, the next ones are everything's bent, so your knees are near your belly. And then you straighten out, and then you come up crunching. And then you straighten out, come up, exhale. And then one more, inhale. And exhale. Nice job. Now the next one is hands beside your hips. So imagine you're framing your body. Walk your feet up into the air. Draw a circle. This is corkscrew. Inhale and then circle. Now glue your legs together. So there's a little bit of the inner thigh. If your head feels like it's awkward on the ground and you're lifting your chin and you can't correct it, put something underneath your head and that'll help even out the distance from the head and the upper back. So you'd like a neutral neck. Okay, 4 more. 3, 2, 1 more. Okay, now hug for a moment, and I'm going to do an ab crunch that's double. We're going to add it in layers. So the first part is your legs can be up, your hands can be down. Lift up your hips. Now, if you don't know what should be working, touch those abs right below, like pubic bone above. That should be feeling like abs. Now, we're going to do another one, and then we're going to add on your hands, go behind your head. Astrid, are you in the way? And your hands go behind your head, and you lift up the upper body. So feel like your shoulders come off the mat. You guys can probably tell where I'm headed with this. 3, 2. Okay, rest for a moment. And if you want to put those 2 layers together, it's upper body and lower body both coming towards each other. So it would look like this. So to be clear, my sacrum comes off the floor, but notice how I'm not kicking my legs or throwing my legs. And then to be clear on the upper half, shoulder blades come up, and when they come down, your head does not come down between reps. 4, you should feel your abs. If you're not sure, put one hand on the abs. They should be working. And recover. All right, now the foam roller that I see everybody has, stick your tush up on it and make yourself comfortable. So nothing should hurt. If you have it too far up, it'll be in your back, and that's not good. So it's more on the bone or the flesh of your glute, but not under your low back. Now get ready, you're gonna lift up. Now that'll help you situate it. So take a pair of scissors. Now watch this, circle. This is helicopter, and think range of motion. Scissor, scissor, circle. Big circle, scissor, scissor, circle. Scissor, scissor, circle. Scissor, scissor, circle. One more. Scissor, scissor, circle. All right, perfect. Now the legs are glued. If you have to readjust, adjust. And I like to put my hands right there so it doesn't slide away, okay? Push away. Now when you push away, you want to keep your ribs down. That's abs. Ribs, ribs, ribs. Then circle. Now over in here, it's easier to keep your abs don't have to work as hard. But when you lower your legs, let your ribs pull down with your abs. Open up. Keep that foam roller. Push down and around. Circle. Now point and flex. Here we go. Point down and flex. Yeah. All right, great. Okay, other way. 5, 4. Yeah, work those ankles. 3. Now work your ribs down. 2, your low back's getting a decompression here, so it should feel good. Okay, a little stretch. I'm gonna adjust just to make sure I'm not falling off. One leg I'm gonna help out. One leg, watch this, I'm gonna try to pour it. Yeah, adjust if you need to, Betty. So hamstring, psoas. Hamstring, so the top of this thigh should feel good. This thigh, and then this hamstring. You have a couple things. Now actually relax with your mind, relax your body. Add a conscious relax. Yep, your leg just dropped a little, Michelle. You feel that? It's like, oh, okay, you can give into it. Inhale. Take the other side and consciously relax hamstring, and then lower leg, psoas. Breathe in. All right, both legs, and you may have to adjust again. Put it further down, and then walk out C. I like the space where your glutes meet your hamstrings, that gluteal smile, but just make sure it should not feel any tension in your low back. And if you need to adjust, should feel like decompression. And another trick is if you need to modify, bend one knee, do it for 5, bend one knee, do it for 5. Yeah, hold 5, 4, you should feel decompression in your low back. 3, 2, slide the feet up. Here we go. Let it down. All right, and any kind of rock you need. So I'm just gonna offer a side to side, 5. And then this one's double leg stretch. So I'm gonna show you modified, which is arms up and legs up, and then hug. Now a little harder is arms away, legs away, and then hug. Now a little harder is lift up your shoulder blades the whole time. Open and hug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then recover. Nice job. Really good job. All right, let's come up and grab a sip. Doing good. We'll touch a little bit with our planks. Good job, guys. All right, now with our planks, we're going to put our forearms on the mat, our shins on the other side. Okay, both elbows are down. And we're going to be lifting our hips up 5 times like a dolphin to plank, dolphin, plank. Elbows down. Here we go. Lift up your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then recover. I'm gonna leave my shins on the foam roller for this child's pose and push back, and then bend the elbows if you care to add on a little tricep opener. Inhale. Now we're going to be bending the knees underneath. So let your forearms come down. And then you're gonna go long. Okay, bend the knees, and then straighten, and then bend the knees, and straighten, and bend, and bend. How about 2 more? And then pull the shins under. Really nice. Terrific, guys. All right, we're gonna put our feet in front of us and upper back foam roller. So let this foam roller be on your upper back. And it's almost like you're doing a bridge because you lift your hips, then your hands go on your upper head, your skull. Your foam roller is on your back. Roll it. You may stay in a flexion at first, a slight flexion, and then try an extension and roll. Maybe roll left and see if your scapula muscles need it on the left. Maybe roll right. And then just return wherever you needed it. And you're welcome to come up. We're gonna grab, if you would like, a foam roller or 2. A foam block or 2. If you need it, I'll show you where you put it. You may not need it, but what you'll do, you just rolled out that upper back. Now you could put a foam block under your head. Notice the foam block changes all sorts of ways. And then our goal is extension on the upper back. This is to prevent rounded shoulders. So your let me show you from this view. So what you're doing is you're putting the biggest part of your back, the roundest part of your back. The roundest part of your back is on top of the foam roller. Arms open. Okay. If you don't feel a stretch, prop it up any way you need to. If you feel too much, put another block under your yoga block. Just find out how it supports you to get the stretch you need. Shoulders and chest get a great opener here too. Now add the breath really full. Take another inhale. Now, with one hand behind your head, you can help your neck do a little crunch to come up. Really good, guys, really good. We're going to grab a sip and we'll just roll out the side hip for a moment. Take your sip if you'd like. Roll out the side hip. Now, one option is to put the top foot on the floor. And that takes some of the weight off of your IT. If you roll forward, you'll find that TFL muscle, that tensor fascial lata, and your lateral quad. And then if you roll back, you'll feel your outer hamstring. That crosses the knee. Now add the breath, breathe in fully. Good. Exhale, breathe in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now go to your quads, and both forearms are on the floor. Now you're still using your Pilates principles, belly in, shoulder blades down, toe out. That's inner quad. Toe in, that's more outer quad. Neutral feet, neutral femurs. Now you can even bend the knees and straighten them. And then we're going to hit that other leg. So I have to turn to face you. And if you want to turn around, that's okay too. Whatever makes you get that other leg, IT. So we started with one foot being more on the floor, and that takes some of the body weight off. And roll from your hip towards your knee, but not on your knee. Sideways, breathing. Good, guys. If you roll your outer hamstring. Thank you. Outer quad. Your legs may feel different. You might have areas that you need different attention. 5. Good, Karen. 4. 3. 2. Inhale. And on the 1, Betty, your favorite area, hip, right? Ankle to thigh, hip. So this one is a big area or a common area that we need help. So from the sacrum to the greater trochanter, from the heart-shaped bone to that side hip. And if it hurts your wrist, you can also do this more erect. 10, we'll just do 9 here, 9, no more, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Try your other one. Ankle to thigh. 10, 9. Your feeling is one hip different than the other. 8, 7, 6, and just keep breathing. 5, 4, 3. Oh, there's a spot in there. 2. Inhale. Nice job. Good job. And then just take a moment to rest on one side. One armpit, which is your lat, is going to be a near, so it's like you're a wiggle worm. You just inchworm forward or back. Right here, you're trying to get where that lat is twisted and accessible. 10. Breathe. 9, 8, and the rear deltoid might have some spots. 7, 6, 5, 4. This is really good if your shoulders have been feeling tight, or if your upper back's been feeling rounded, or if you feel like you can't get full breath, that opens up. The torso. All right, see how that is. And then let's hit the other one. So it's like the back of your shoulder or the back of your armpit. And it's like your little inchworm. You just move a little forward and back, not much. Your hips drive this. Move back, breathe. And your shoulder blade has some muscles that attach on it to posterior delt, that infraspinatus, that the teres minor is accessible there. Whew, whew. Bottom of the scapula. And remember, if you ever get a really hot spot, you can also just sink into it and release it for about 2 minutes. So it's another trigger point release. So we're rolling it out right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, breathe, inhale. Nice job. Now we're going to use this foam roller for a long ways, passive extension. So your sacrum's on one end, your head's on the other. You may need a prop for your head or for your anything. So just see, your sacrum's at one end. You roll all the way back And your arms are out like a letter T or a Y, depending on where you can relax. Yep. Good, Karen, you might have to scoot forward more. Yeah. Okay. All right, and then open up your arms like a T or a Y. Good. There is a variation where you open up your knees to the side like a bound angle, and that's a nice one if your inner thighs will tolerate it. Good. 10. And really try to relax anything that's tight. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now take another inhale. And then on the exhale, slowly come off of there. Now you can lie on your back for a moment and notice how you feel. Take your right ankle to left thigh, but just know we're going to add on. So just see how this one is. Right ankle to left thigh. You might even rock. Ooh. Notice. If you would like to stay here, you can. If you would like to add on, you're going to roll over to the left till your right foot's on the floor and your knees opening up. Your right arm opens up. Okay, can opener. Push that knee away. Take that inhale. And then as you're ready, exhale and take your other side. So your ankle to thigh, knee down twist. All right, now, sorry, not knee down twist. I said that wrong. That's what's coming up later. Your ankle to thigh and then rock it. Now, we did this, just sort of notice how it feels. It's a great place to move the ankles if you need it or to rock and roll. Let all the tension just melt out of you. 5. You're welcome to stay here or to roll over and that foot's on the floor. You're opening up that knee, your other arm's open. Breathe in. And then as you're ready, we're going to either do a side lying quad stretch, or if you have a better stretch when you lie on your foam roller and pull your shin under, you might like that one. So this is an option. Good. See how everything feels. You could lie on your back and you could do the single quad stretch here. Good. Great. And there's a little ab tone here when you pull your ribs down, your pubic bone up. Yep. Atta girl. Nice, Karen. That's it. That's why we have the props handy, so it's easy to get what you need. You want to listen to your body. It might be different after traveling. Breathe low. And can anything else relax? Can your jaw relax? Can your hands soften? We're going to take that inhale. And then as you're ready, we're going to take that foot down. The other one's going to pull under, rib down, pubic bone up. Mm-hmm. You feel like your thigh gives in. You feel like your breath can get lower. Feel like your abs are pulling your ribs down and your pubic bone up. This is really good for the knees. Breathe fully. All the respiratory muscles feel expansive and elastic. 5, 4, we're going to take another inhale. We're going to be relieving ourselves from this foam roller for a moment and take that knee down twist. So one leg's long, one leg goes over, and your hand can keep that knee in place while your other arm goes out to the side like a T or a Y. Oh yeah, and the low back is long here. Yep, perfect. Yeah, so you might look to the right now, Karen, after you feel like you've got that stretch. Yeah, take some arm circles if you'd like. Fifteen more seconds. All right, we're going to inhale and then exhale, go to the other side. Here we go, leg long, knee down, twist. And one arm's out like a T, or if you want to do those arm circles, you're certainly welcome to. Low back gets long. Inhale. And then exhale and gently come back. You can place one hand on each knee and take a stir. So you're circulating the femur and the hip socket, and also all that lymph node, the lymph nodes near the inguinal crease, synovial fluid. Letting go. Nice. And we're going to take a 3-way hamstring stretch. So if you would like that that Dynaband or Pilates ring, you can do it. If you enjoy that foam roller for this one, you can certainly do it. If it distracts you from your hamstring stretch and it's just too much to think about, don't worry about it. So do the way that serves you, because we're going to do the 3-way hammy. So the first one is more neutral. It may have already feel like it's opened up a bit because we did it earlier. Now the releases in your exhale. Nice. Atta girl, Betty. Yeah, I absolutely love the hamstring stretch that comes with the foam roller, but you want to listen to your body. If you feel steady, the top leg can go across the body. That's outer hamstring. That's a big one. Go out to the side, and there's a little inner hamstring, inner thigh. All right, take your other leg up, and then you're sliding one leg down and just pour it down. Let your exhales relax your hips. Take that leg across the midline a little bit. And that leg can go out. And then you can take your legs both on a wall if you would like, or if you prefer a Shavasana, a block underneath your sacrum or the foam roller underneath your sacrum. Just take a few moments of peace and quiet in your mind, a few moments to let go of identifiers, time, and just a soft focus on the breath. Now, as you're ready, just let that foam roller out of the way. Take your time to come up to a seated position and sit erect but without any tension. So you're just softly erect. We'll take a few moments just to enjoy that sense of wellness in the body, that sense of peace and quiet in the mind and in our spirit. Just take a moment to calibrate to that homeostatic space. And that's your natural space. So anytime you're going through your day, we'll make an intention to stay closely connected to that sense of well-being, peace and quiet, that sense of all is well, full breathing, body free of tension, mind clear. We'll just stay connected to that. Anytime we start to feel a wobble, because we are human, we can come back to this breathing and recapture that homeostatic place. The earlier we catch it, the easier it is to do. With so much appreciation. Thank you guys so much. I hope you liked the blend of stretching. You liked it. I had a feeling, I had a little intuitive sense, and I was like, I'm just going to go with